All right, welcome to the Geekery. This is the mainly geek news thing that we're going to be doing once a month. I mean, you guys have listened to the last couple of ones that we've done. This week, we're going to be focused on a whole bunch of new stuff that has come out. I wish I could talk Luke Cage. I really wish I could. Kyle's seen it all. I have seen the first 2 episodes, and I hope to finish a couple more.
I have the last episode left, and only because I'm letting the rest kind of steep in the stew of my brain, and I'll watch the last one in another day or two.
I really want to start watching Daredevil again because
don't watch it again.
Frank Castle,
even more crazy. Yep.
Frank Castle was what I mean. That was the Punisher show. It really was. The second season was the Punisher the season, and I like the fact that Daredevil got the shit beat out of him.
We always get shit beat out of him.
No, but I'm like really fucked up. Because, you know, he couldn't listen to the stick and the hand fucked him up good. So, all right. So let's see. One of the first news items that we have for the Geekery this week is Justice League has wrapped on shooting.
Okay.
And I'm goddamn hyped. I don't care what you say, Kyle. This is
I'm still I want to see it so bad, but I want it to be good.
But it's Zack Snyder.
I'm so expectations are like it's like right down there. I'm
no way. No, I'm hyped.
Like if it's not a dumpster fire, I'll be pleased.
So do you think
at this point?
Do you think they're going to bring back Soups? I mean, they kind of have to because you can't have a Justice League without. And it's going to be the penultimate scene. All the shit's looking bad for the League, and then all of a sudden, you know, Superman's gonna bust in and fuck up the bad guy in a hot second, and everybody's gonna be like,
"No,
where have you been?"
It's Snyder. It's not gonna be that good.
No, it can't be that predictable.
He's going to do something in a really stupid way.
Well, hopefully, you know, after Batman versus Superman, when you're going off of the cusp of Superman number 75, now. Okay, let me give you a little backstory here. I'm going to pick up my camera and I'm going to show everybody. I'm a little bit of a worshiper.
Yeah, he's got quite the collection. Let me narrate it for you guys on YouTube that aren't watching it on YouTube. Yeah, he's got a ton of toys in his office, a lot more than I do. But I'm in a basement in the middle of Clearfield, so maybe when I finally get a fucking office, this might actually happen. So.
And then in my closet...
The closet that's overflowing.
It's kind of hard to see, but I've got some official stuff here.
He's got the baby blanket.
Oh, shit. That's
the entire cosplay here.
Oh, god damn. Nice.
And also a huge...
the black suit. Oh, that's a Batman suit. Okay.
Oh.
This is Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, well,
that's the good one.
I won't show you my Star-Lord. It only took me 2 months to make. But I have a bit of a interest in the Justice League.
Yes. Now, a lot of people were crazy that like the Avengers were coming and everything, and I like the Avengers, but I've always been a DC guy, and so first when we got the Trinity, they showed us in Batman vs Superman. I nearly jizzed my pants. That was amazing for me because I'm like, oh, all 3 are on the screen at one time. What's going on? Even though I knew it was coming.
Great. It was. There were parts of it that were so great, and then it just. God damn it! Why did they give it to Zack Snyder? He doesn't know what to do with that shit. He doesn't know what to do with it.
And I'm a bit of a Zack Snyder apologist because I do like a lot of his other movies too.
I am as well, and I'm going to say with Jeff Johns at the helm as well, you've got a lot of really, really good storylines and really good. I mean, he's like directing it where it needs to go.
Yeah. And
with Zack Snyder, honestly, if they'll let him do what he wants to do, of course it's very stylized. Of course it doesn't match here, it doesn't match there, but you've got to give him a pass because he's got to appeal to a wider audience than the guy who pays for a commission painting in his office. And it's just, I think he's done a very good job so far with what he's been in, because DC, let's see, I'm in full geek mode now. DC,
that's what we got you on.
Yeah. DC has been put in a very awkward position very late in the game. They've had a lot of people, it's kind of like the Netflix problem they have. There's a lot of really good content, but the people that need to pay for it won't say yes. DC is starting to say, okay, we realize there's a culture that we don't fully understand and we kind of want to control it, but you guys go ahead. And that's what Marvel has done with their TV, with Netflix, Marvel TV on Netflix, and for a good portion with their actually the MCU on film.
Yeah.
DC's just barely catching up, and they're trying to catch up. Even with
they're going light speed
Suicide
trying
Squad.
to catch up. Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to catch up way too fast,
and they kind of don't have a choice to catch up as quickly as they are. But I think so far with the stuff they put out so far, mostly with Batman versus Superman and subsequently all of the extra footage and Zack Snyder's production notes, there's a lot of stuff that is really on the edge of being great and being dark and being very different than the MCU, which is what they need. But just as audience friendly as the MCU, but a little darker, because everybody needs something a little bit darker for every every time you need to see an alien movie like E.T., you've got the other side that worships aliens from James Cameron. So you've got and that's the yin yang in which they're doing right now, and I applaud them for it. And even if they come up with some shitty stuff or shitty plots, I give them a pass.
Yeah, I'm stuck on Alien versus Aliens because it's hard for me to split the two. I mean, I understand they're completely fucking different movies, but at the same time, they complement each other so fucking well. Like that is how you do a sequel, bitches. That is fucking how.
Yep.
Man, god damn it, I love that movie.
Yeah. In fact, my son, we just watched it for the first time today. Well, he did.
Really?
Today.
That had to be a treat. I wish I could watch something for the first time a lot of times.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I do when I take my kids for things, though. I'm like, this is me getting to enjoy it for the first time, through their eyes.
He's just barely coming into, he's 15 years old, and I'm letting him make his own decisions. If something makes you uncomfortable, don't watch it. If something is fine, go ahead and take care of it. But let's talk about the things that make you uncomfortable. And so I'm introducing him to very light stuff. And I consider Aliens fairly light. It's popcorn.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. And he loves it. Yeah. And so far, it's just his eyes are just, this is the most amazing. I understand why you've got, a xenomorph on your shelf up here. I understand why you've got, all these kinds of things. So anyway.
Toy face hugger that pops down out of the closet.
And he's walking around with a face hugger plush the last few days.
Nice.
So I'm pretty fucking excited for Justice League, but I'm also equally excited because the Batman is coming. And
that I'm really excited for. I'm really really disappointed in Warner Brothers for not necessarily leading with a standalone Batman movie.
Now I'm wondering if it's going to take.
They really should have started development a lot sooner.
I wonder if they're going to be doing this as a after. Like if they're going to try to do how Marvel does, where it's sequential when the movies are shown, or if this is going to be like a backstory,
like a year one kind of thing.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
I don't think they're going to go for year one. I would like it, but
I don't care. I don't care what they do. It's a Batman movie. So I'm 90% sold already.
That's the amazing thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, Marvel fans, and I'm a Marvel fan too, but DC has Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. Iconic. Yeah. I mean, those movies did as much as there was like hatred for like Suicide Squad and hatred for Batman versus Superman and everything. Yeah. They still pulled in shitloads of money. I mean, that was a lot of money they made. They could have made more.
They could have made more with a better story.
Yeah. But the thing is,
better story and some different character decisions. But
you show the Batman logo to anybody in the world, and they know immediately what it is. Same thing with the Superman crest. Everybody immediately knows what it is. But if you show just a American flag shield, people might. I'm not saying everybody would not be able to know what it is, but it's not as ubiquitous as those two.
Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all. So they really, God, it's like they have this golden goose, and they've had this golden goose for a long time
and ever.
And what the fuck have they been doing with it?
The Lego movie. That was fantastic. All the DC stuff, and that was fantastic.
Have you guys witnessed the movie that you know what? Keep talking. I'm going to grab it real quick. Hold on 2 seconds.
There is a movie that someone's in currently. I think they're doing post-production on called Batman versus Jesus.
Oh Jesus Christ!
It's a documentary, really, where they said, imagine like in the next couple of 100 years, if there was a religion developed about Batman. We got a lot of the same backstory, a lot of the same origin kind of stuff, you know.
And it's got some of the greatest clips in that trailer I've ever seen.
So I think it's going to be a cool movie. It's wholly fucking atheist, but they're not trying to be assholes about it. What is this? Let's see.
Okay, so this is The Death of Superman Lives, What Happened.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great documentary.
This is an awesome documentary.
The guy that made that is one of the creators of Metalocalypse.
Which one?
Who sent that one?
Holly and John Schnepp.
Okay. Yeah, John Schnepp. He's done a lot of stuff he's done a lot of Comedy Central stuff, and he's done a bunch for, I think he did home movies, or am I thinking? Yeah. And so I got to see him at Comic-Con and at Salt Lake Comic-Con, and nobody was around him at his table, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, you're John Schnepp. Like, what are you doing just sitting here at the shitty table by the kids area? You know,
signed posters and everything. I saw him too.
Yeah.
But
and I feel bad because I would like to buy stuff like that more often, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to eat up too much of your time. Good fan and everything. And honestly, they're like, well, you're going to buy something. You know? I mean, they're there to sell, so I get that. But at the same time, it's like, it's fucking cool that you get to meet these people.
But basically, this documentary was showing Tim Burton's version of Superman. Mm-hmm. And the movie that was really slated to be filmed all the way through costume, all the way through, the scripts.
I thought it looked amazing.
And I thought it was awesome. Because, but
Nick
given
Cage
the time...
is Superman.
Nick Cage is awesome. And being a big, huge fan, and he even named his son Kal-El. But a Tim Burton Batman or Superman would have looked a lot like the Tim Burton Batman. And at the time, it would have been absolutely epic, especially when you look at what they had slated to be filmed. It was awesome. It would have been amazing. Now, fast forward to nowadays when we look at the Batman films that Tim Burton did, and let's not talk about Joel Schumacher. Yeah,
no,
and they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. I mean,
especially the sequel. Jesus Christ!
I know.
Batman Returns was just fucking amazing. I mean, especially with their version of the Penguin and their version of and Catwoman was amazing too. God, well done.
There's a lot of ridiculous. There's a lot of ridiculous stuff about that movie. But oh god, I love that movie so much. But the
Penguin funeral.
that movie was the Superman movie. That was Kevin Smith's script, wasn't it?
It was.
Well, the first one.
Trying to remember.
Yeah.
Okay. The script that became Wild Wild West. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I know what I'm talking about. Yes. Oh, God. Yeah. So watch Wild Wild West and think of that as a Superman movie.
And he got his big spider in the end, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did. Oh God, what a terrible movie! They just wasted Kenneth Branagh on that movie.
But it could have been such a great Superman movie. It really could have.
Okay, so the movie we're talking about is The Batman, and of course, it's going to be starring. God damn it, Ben Affleck is Batman, of course. Mm-hmm. And
he's writing and directing this one, isn't he?
I believe so. And the surprise actor that everybody announced, and after they announced it, I was like, I see that is the Joe Manganiello guy from the newest Pee-wee movie. If you remember, Pee-wee's best friend Joe.
I like how you referred to him as He's the guy from the third Pee-wee movie.
Dude, that movie was great. Like
it.
that made my year when that came out. I was like, nope, you could take
Netflix.
you could throw anything else at me this year. I mean, Suicide Squad, whatever. But you had a fucking Pee-wee movie this year, and like it was good. You know, like
yes, it was.
It wasn't Big Top Pee-wee. So
I actually participated in a Pee Wee Herman lookalike contest, and
oh Jesus Christ!
at Lionel Toys in Orem.
Oh my God!
How
many years ago was that? How many dozen years ago?
I want to say 28 to 30 years ago, something like that.
God damn.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right. I remember Lionel. Oh God.
Lionel played. Yep.
Oh Jesus Christ.
So
now
Mr. Sofia Vergara is going to be playing Slade Wilson. And if you're thinking, if you guys are neophytes to comics and everything, Slade Wilson sounds a lot like Wade Wilson, you know? So that is the tongue-in-cheek humor of comic book artists and comic book writers that they go, I'm just going to rip this character off almost whole cloth. So he's playing
all the time.
Yeah. And so he's playing Slade, which if you guys want to know his comic book character name, it's Deathstroke, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But on Teen Titans, they referred to him just as Slade and everything. But anyway, oh shit, we lost Jeff. I'm going to pause real quick. Okay, so after our fun little bit of technical difficulties, I'll have a little. You hopefully enjoyed the little bumper there. We're going to continue on with the geekery. We were talking about the Batman and how Mrs. Sofia Vergara is going to. I'm sorry, Mr. Sofia Vergara.
Oh my God, Mrs. Sofia Vergara as Deathstroke. Oh God,
the spandex.
I would watch that.
The spandex.
I would watch that.
So many things going through my head right now.
You know, I can't be the only one that's a little bit. I mean, I like Joe. He was good in, like I said, the Pee-wee movie, but he was also good on what the fuck was the vampire show where he was the werewolf? True Blood. That's what it was. Sorry, I only watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch the whole fucking run because I had a lot of people saying, "No, you don't need to." So watch the bit here and there. But I think having Deathstroke as your bad guy is fucking awesome because it also gets us back into the Assassin's Guild, and it brings back, you know, hopefully it'll probably, you know, shoehorn in some Ra's al Ghul stuff, you know. Maybe they'll do the whole Talia al Ghul and, you know, his son Damien to have a Robin in the future. Who knows?
That would be cool. That would be a very smart move.
Well, and I don't know, they still haven't like said definitively one way or the other which Robin costume was like shown in his
hanging
Batman.
up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, it could have been Jason Todd, which I'm going to go with because I can't wait to see the next Batman movie where the Red Hood is the villain, which would be fucking awesome.
Which has been awesome on Gotham.
Yeah, Gotham's a damn good show still. I'm about one season behind, but it's
that one still disappoints me because I can't help but watch it and go, there should be a Batman. Why don't we have a Batman?
There
needs to be a Batman,
especially when Hugo Strange becomes a part of it.
Yeah, we really are watching like this newest generation of Smallville, really.
Yeah, we are.
But even Smallville had good points
Batman.
For it. So
I want a good live action Batman so bad.
We've been waiting for so long, and I wasn't a hater of the Christopher Nolan ones, but in my opinion, they weren't exactly Batman movies. You know, they were Christopher Nolan Batman movies, so they weren't quite.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Batman Begins, which was really fucking close. Was really close. But, you know, and then Dark Knight, you can't say a bad thing about Dark Knight because it's fucking sacrosanct.
I can say a lot of bad things about Dark Knight.
Yeah, but you don't want people to come into your house and beating you up, though.
No kidding.
Fucking geeks.
No, like the only good part about Dark Knight was Heath Ledger.
Yep.
That's it.
Jeff, did you lose your video? Are you still here?
No, yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, but your video disappeared. Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, let me check. Yeah, keep going. You guys are okay.
Okay. So sorry, guys, on YouTube. You're going to have some wonky video here for a second. let's see. So I'm excited for the Batman movie. I'm really excited for it. So let's move into some Marvel stuff and let's talk about Iron Fist.
That trailer looks so good.
It's so cool. He's got the glowing fists and everything.
I know.
Like, yeah.
And the chest tattoo, like they actually committed to the chest tattoo
with the dragon.
That
like
cheesy
his costume
chest tattoo
needs to have the fucking cut down the deep V.
Oh yeah,
that he has.
Oh yeah. If there's ever the full,
he needs to wear the stupid gold mask. Yeah.
God. Yeah. If there's ever a costume that just needs to go balls to the wall, classic costume. That's it.
Yes.
Like the Luke Cage one, the classic costume looked ridiculous on screen. It was fun to see, but kind of like the traditional Harley Quinn costume. When you see it on screen, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, that was more of a tease,
but didn't look good.
You know.
Yeah.
And I thought they did very well with the tease in the window. Mm-hmm. And oh no, never mind. Are we spoiling some things?
No, I didn't hear anything, so I'm good. So
okay.
And we have Sigourney Weaver as being confirmed as the villain to call back aliens.
Yes. But they didn't. I don't think they, not anywhere that I've been able to find, tell us who the villain's going to be.
No, but considering it's
Sigourney Weaver. I don't care who it is. It's Sigourney Weaver.
Because even the movies where she's just dialing it in for a paycheck, I still quite enjoy. I mean, like Avatar, she didn't really care, but she still did a damn good performance in it.
Yeah. I quite liked her performance in WALL-E.
Who did she play in WALL-E?
She was the voice of the computer.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was going to do a callback to what is
the more you know,
Lady Killers? No, with what was the one where her and her daughter, or it was like a modern female version of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
I don't know, but I need to watch that because I fucking love Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
I mean, it's not as good, but it does have.
But the cork back on the fork.
Yeah, exactly. Not mother.
That mother. We're showing our age again. Let's see. Karen Page is jumping from Daredevil to the Punisher.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So she's going to have a huge role in the new Punisher series coming out here pretty soon.
Yes. Although I'm still not entirely sold on a standalone Punisher series.
I am, because
I like the character, I really do, and I really like what they did with him. But I'd really rather just see his character wander through the background of all the other shows.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed he didn't have a role in Civil War, because he had a pretty big role in the Civil War comics. So,
right.
But whose head was he going to blow off, really?
Oh, shit. You didn't have a bunch of villains talking with heroes.
And not to mention with the standalone, is the RNC officially paying for that, or sponsored by the NRA and the RNC?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, he's a war-torn vet. Oh, yeah, we need to put more money in this. That's how everybody should be.
Punisher's war journal is actually his financial statements he won't release. So.
Let's see. And while we're still talking Marvel here, how about Forrest Whitaker jumping onto the Black Panther movie?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Which, after the success of Luke Cage, I'm hoping that Black Panther does just as good. I'm hoping. Well, it's going to need to, because it's a movie, not just a TV show. But
right.
Oh, it'll do well. People are. Well, right now it's Marvel, so it has to
make money
pretty bad in order to not make money.
But aren't you guys also a bit like, it's going to be one of those things where like everybody's excited for it to come out and it's finally here, and then all of a sudden you're going to start hearing the fucking news articles where they're like, this movie is racist, there's not any white people in it, and just like, look, fuckers.
So far it hasn't happened to Luke Cage.
I've heard a couple.
Have you?
Yeah, it's too black for some people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's racist because it shows how we don't really treat people like that. And there's just like, guys, you're not paying attention to the real world. This was made with real world connotations, man. It's not like
everyone lives in the Real Housewives world.
Yeah, not everybody lives in Arlen, fucking Texas.
Mm-hmm. My son, in fact, is Black Panther for Halloween this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we've gotten his whole costume, and he's added to it extra accoutrements to it, but he's excited. He's excited to be Black Panther. It's his favorite character. Yeah. So excited to see where the movie goes.
Yeah, T'Challa was a great fucking character in that movie. Yeah. I wish he had more. I only wish he had more, you know. Mm-hmm. Let's see. We had the Power Rangers trailer hit this week.
And I'm struggling to care.
No, there's a lot of people that are like that, but
there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people who really loved it, but I'm a little old.
No, you're talking to a guy who was like 16 at the time when Power Rangers came out, and it was definitely not my age group, but I've always had a thing for Sentai. I've always had a thing for Super Sentai shows, like Ultraman, Inframan, all the stuff from Japan from a long time ago. And so when I found out, one of the Ranger shows was finally coming to America, I was like, yes, martial arts, big giant rubber monsters. I've always been a kaiju fan. So and so I was really excited for it. But then as I'm watching it, you have these awesome scenes of fighting and, firecrackers and shit going off on actors' chests. And you're wondering, fuck, they don't pay their stuntmen enough for that in Japan. But then you get these interspersed scenes with real people. And it's just this hokey fucking teenage drama bullshit that it's like, oh man, no, nobody should care about Angel Grove. It should be fucking blown up. So with the movie coming out with the Power Rangers, the trailer looks meh at best. I mean, it's kind of cool that we get to see some stuff, but it doesn't give you everything. I mean, it doesn't even reveal the suit until the very end of it. And it only gives you a partial covering.
A little snippet, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it introduces the characters as you expect it would. It's like Breakfast Club kind of thing. They're in some sort of after school bad kid club or something. I don't know what it is. But I'm interested to see what they're going to do with Bryan Cranston as Zordon. And the fuck is his name? The guy that did the BB-8 voices. I don't remember his name. He's a comedian and
blast it all.
Yeah. Anyway, he's doing Alpha 5. I know somebody's screaming at their device right now, just saying, "It's this guy! Oh, it's this guy!"
I'm sure they are. It's the
same guy that had the sword store in the Tim and Eric $1 billion movie. I can't remember his name. MacGruber, whatever the fuck his name is.
I don't know. I can't be bothered to look it up now. I just can't.
And so, I mean, I'm excited for it. A lot of people aren't, but fuck it, I don't care. The last bit of news here, unless you guys want to bring something up, is Roger Corman. Everybody should know this
Bill
name.
Hader.
I am
Bill
so
Hader.
excited
Bill
right
Hader.
now.
Roger Corman is coming out with a new Deathrace movie.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Deathrace 2050.
God. Did you see this trailer?
I watched it twice.
Shit, this trailer.
It's coming out in January, and it's going to be my birthday present to myself. And it's the original Deathrace was fabulous because I fucking love that movie. I mean, this is a cult movie if you've never fucking seen a cult movie before. Deathrace is one of those films that you need to see to understand that this guy made that on a fucking shoestring budget and made oodles of cash over it,
Oh, yeah. It's a cult movie.
Roger Corman is the master of making shit on the cheap. He was a master of this shit. And if you look back at some of the people that he introduced to the world, David Carradine was one of them. He played Frankenstein, who was covered up for a good chunk of the fucking movie. But we have Manu Bennett playing the new Frankenstein.
Yes.
Oh man. With Roger Corman holds a special place in my heart because when I was younger, I was self-taught film history buff.
Yeah.
And ran video stores, did all the old, so B and C movies were pretty much my life. And just like a lot of people have credited on a much higher level, obviously, Akira Kurosawa for all of his contributions to film, Roger Corman is like the student film version of non-student films. I'm trying to.
Yeah, it's hard to put into words. It really is, but he's one of those.
Yeah,
he makes excellent shit.
Yes, he does. Kind of like Sam Raimi.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Sam Raimi's a great callback to him specifically because the the directors and the type of filming and the type of taste that Roger Corman through his just shitty ass movies, and that's why they're so wonderful, has made modern cinema in a lot of aspects the way it is now.
Yeah,
and
he made only watchable and the best Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, hands down! Have you guys seen the cut?
No, I haven't yet. I want to see it.
Yeah. Yes. Oh. Yes.
And
it is.
You're talking about the guy. For people that don't know, there's a documentary coming out. I can't remember what it's called. It's going to be out pretty soon. Where it's the story of Roger Corman's Fantastic Four, where the studio was trying to hold on to the rights of Fantastic Four, but they hadn't made any product with it, so they needed to hurry and make a movie and show it. And showing it means, you just rent a theater, have it shown on one screen, so you could say, yes, we made a movie and showed it to people. And so he made this movie like over the course of a weekend.
Basically, yeah.
And the best Ben Grimm in the entire universe.
Yeah, he's actually the most honest looking one that you've seen. He looks exactly like he would in the comic book.
Yeah.
Which is not to say much about Michael Chiklis, because I like that guy too, but
yeah, he'd be even better now that he's got all his weight on him.
That's what I've heard. I heard he got super beefy.
Yeah, but we need him in Gotham, so we'll leave him in Gotham.
Who's he playing on Gotham right now?
He is now the police commissioner.
Oh, fuck! I need to be watching this because he plays a good dirty ass cop.
He's pretty straight laced in Gotham. So, but he's a badass. He's a big old badass.
Yeah, I mean, watching him on The Commish, and then he did his own solo show. The Shield, I think, was on FX.
Yep.
The whole fucking run of that show, great goddamn show. Loved it.
Yeah, and back to Roger Corman.
Back to Roger Corman.
No, you're good. But those of you who don't go far back, the most modern B-grade movies are like Sharktopus.
Oh yes,
those are
Sharktopus
movies.
Sharktopus was awesome.
Right. So that's what we mean by it's really, really stupid but amazing, phenomenal. Just the nostalgia, the throwback, the filming process. It's kind of like what and I'm gonna get hell for this, but what George Lucas did with The Phantom Menace. It's more of a test screening of technology than it is an actual story. But Roger Corman kind of takes it to the next level, and that's why I love Roger.
Well, apparently he did some work on Silence of the Lambs too. So
yes.
I can't remember what it was. He wasn't the director. Roger? No, he wasn't the director. That was Jonathan Demme that did that one. He was
Buffalo Bill's nut tucker.
The fluffer. But like you had movies from Roger Corman such as like Piranha. You had he did some work on The Godfather Part 2, which was the better one of the of the trilogy. Dino Shark, A Bucket of Blood, I think is another one that he did.
Oh
man, that was a Bucket of Blood. Yeah, 1959. Fuck, that's old. Man. This guy's been making movies for a long fucking time.
Yes, yes, and he's been involved probably in fairly minor capacities in a lot of movies.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, because everybody just loves the guy because he was Hollywood for a long time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I got for this for the Geekery this week. If anybody has anything else, please let me know. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and cut to a break. Unless there's anything. Jeff, do you want to talk about anything?
No, I think we're good.
I think we're good. This has been a good segment. Let us know in our.
We're pretty good. Yeah, there's a lot of news. There's a lot of news and things coming out from New York Comic Con that just barely wrapped. And a lot of that's just trickling out now.
Until I can have the time to actually do a second podcast, you guys just have to get this once a month. So
yeah,
because there's more. I love geek stuff and I love video games, but I also like talking news and religion and politics because it's infinitely more important to me as an adult nowadays.
Great.
But anyway, that's it for the Geekery. We'll be right back with Fun with Real Audio. Catch you guys in 1 second.